What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the JDW SportsTalkShow, where every fan is welcome. And in this episode, we are going to be recapping Week 6 of the 2021 NFL season. So, real quick before you get into it, make sure you leave a like, click that subscribe button, put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future content. And we're just going to get right into it. So, we're going to start with the Thursday night game, the Buccaneers and the Eagles. So, this game was interesting. Buccaneers beat the Eagles pretty well. The Eagles did have a time where they were coming back in the game, and it looked like they were maybe gonna pull off some kind of comeback, but they ended up not. A little bit too late for the Eagles. It was a good performance from the Eagles for who they played. Buccaneers, very good team. As we've seen, doesn't matter what is wrong with Tom Brady. He's gonna get done. It's just. It doesn't matter if he has two broken fingers or broken thumb. It doesn't matter what it is. Tom Brady is going to get the job done, and he did so in that Thursday night game. And it was, towards the end, it was more entertaining, but it could have been a better Thursday night game. All right, and then we go to the Dolphins and the Jaguars in London. What a rough game for the Dolphins. They came out okay. They came out playing pretty well. They go down, they score a touchdown, then they hold the Jaguars to 3, and then the Dolphins go up 13-3, I believe it is, and then the Jaguars scored 2 possessions in a row, a touchdown. Not a very, very good outing for the Dolphins at all. The Jaguars get their first win. Trevor Lawrence gets his first win of the 2021 NFL season. Man, the Jaguars are always good in London. Jaguars always play good in London. I switched up my pick to the Dolphins. Did I? Yeah. I believe I switched my pick to the Dolphins. Yeah, at the last second, I switched my pick to the Dolphins. I just thought the Dolphins were gonna beat the Jaguars. I thought the Dolphins cornerbacks were gonna do fine, but they were hurt. I just thought that this Dolphins team was gonna be able to beat the Jaguars. I thought they were better than the Jaguars, but I guess not. So that is a very, very tough loss for the Dolphins. The Dolphins got to get some things figured out. Tua came back. Tua had a good first half. Second half, it is what it is. This Dolphins team has to get the offensive line figured out. Defense is inconsistent at times. The Dolphins team has got to get something figured out, man. They are 1-4 right now. 1-4, something. Yeah, 1-5. So, yeah, this Dolphins team definitely has some things to figure out, but I guess we'll see where they go from here. Big matchup next week for the Dolphins. As they face the Atlanta Falcons, every game from here on out is a big game if they want to make the playoffs. Starting 1-5 in a conference that is loaded. Not very good. So, let's get into the next game here. So, the next game we have to talk about here is the Vikings and the Panthers. Wow. Vikings, you guys almost blew this game. Can't believe you guys almost blew this game. Just run with Dalvin Cook. I don't know. The Vikings just find ways to make every game closer than it should be or lose a game in a way they shouldn't have lost it. This Vikings team is talented. It's a very talented offense. Kirk Cousins is a solid QB. Is he amazing? Absolutely not. But he is much better than people give him credit for. But I think this Vikings team needs new coaching staff. When it comes to the point where you're almost choking a game every single week and then you almost lose another game to the Panthers. No, I'm not saying the Panthers are a bad team. They're an okay team. Kind of looking out like a pretender right now. But, dude, come on. Vikings, you guys are better than that. The defense is better than that. This team is better than that. I think there needs to be a coaching change. So, that's what I got for you guys in that one. And then we have the Chargers and the Ravens. I picked the Ravens, but I did not think that the Ravens were going to absolutely blow the Chargers out like they did. 34-6. Was not expecting that score. I was not expecting that. But I did think the Ravens were going to win. So, it looks like the Chargers definitely have some things to work on. That Chargers team has a lot to work on. But, nonetheless, Ravens come out with a huge win in this game, so that is big for them. The Ravens are looking very, very good as they came back versus the Indianapolis Colts on Monday night. And then they completely blow out a very, very talented Chargers team. So this Ravens team is looking pretty good. So keep an eye out for them. And then you have the LA Rams at the New York Giants. Rough game for the Giants. Daniel Jones throws 3 interceptions. The Rams just have a very good day offensively and defensively. Boy, the Giants have a lot to figure out. They got to get the offensive line figured out. The defense has not been as good as it was last year. There's definitely some holes in this Giants team, and not holes that you can fix midseason. You know, the quarterback, they need a new quarterback. They need a new quarterback because you can't continuously wonder what you're going to get every week. You know, there's one week where he throws, 2-3 touchdown passes, throws for 300 yards, 350 yards, and then runs for some. And there's other weeks where he just completely bottoms out and throws 3 interceptions and doesn't do much at all for his team. So there's a lot that needs to get done with this Giants team. There's a lot that could be done. A lot of holes to fill here, but yeah, nonetheless, Rams with a dominating performance over the New York Giants. And then you have the Houston Texans who travel to Indianapolis to play the Colts. So what I noticed from this game is that the Colts still need to get some things figured out. Yeah, the score is 31-3, but they still kind of came out flat versus a team they shouldn't have. Didn't really come out flat, but there's definitely still some things that this Colts team has to figure out. You know, you're up 10-3 at half. Yeah, you were winning. Pretty good. Not bad, right? But you got to continue to keep the foot on the gas. And, you know, that second half, this Colts team put away a team. They put a team away. The defense played all 4 quarters. Even though the defense is absolutely horrendous with passing completion percentage given up, this pass defense has to figure something out. This defense in general has to get something figured out. Matt Eberflus is not getting it done. There has to be something done. But nonetheless, Davis Mills wasn't very good, but he showed that he can make some big throws. And it showed, you know, his inexperience has showed. You know, he threw 2 picks, one to Leonard, one to Isaiah Rodgers. Isaiah Rodgers laid out for one, which was pretty nice. So this Colts team has a big game next week. They're playing the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday Night Football. Big stage, big game. Carson Wentz. Don't know who's gonna be QB in that game. Is Trey Lance gonna be starting? Is it gonna be Jimmy G back? I don't think Jimmy G's gonna be back. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure of those injury situations over there, but we'll see when the time comes. All right. So enough with that game. And then you have the Chiefs and then you have the Chiefs at the Washington Football Team. You know, many thought that the Washington Football Team was gonna beat Kansas City at home. You know, there were people who thought that. But Washington, when they play a veteran quarterback that knows what he's doing, could scale the pocket, could get some time, make some time, that defense is going to struggle. The Washington Football Team's front is elite, but the back end is below average. That back end really struggles to cover much. They really need to get something figured out there. And the quarterback situation, as we know, is not very good. It's not very good. Taylor Heineke has not got the job done. We expected much more from this Washington Football Team going into this year. They have not shown much. They have not shown much at all. Kansas City Chiefs, on the other hand, great game to get back on track. Good game. You know, they needed some confidence. This Kansas City Chiefs team has been stumbling. They've been stumbling across the finish lines. They have struggled. They have struggled. So now we're gonna see how they bounce back, how they continue to bounce back from here on out. I think they will be fine. But what a game. What a game for them to get back on track. And the Washington Football Team has to get back on track as well. So, and then you have the Packers at the Bears. I picked the Packers to win this game as well. You know, this Bears team does have things to get figured out as well. You know, that offensive line has been playing okay. Kind of sucks that, You know, they didn't have David Montgomery. They haven't had him for a while, but that running back has been doing very well for them. I'm trying to remember the name. I think it's like Khalil Herbert or something. He's been solid for the Bears, but yeah, the Green Bay Packers just since week 1 they're on a tear, man. They don't want to hear any of that stuff again. So they've really been playing hard. Justin Fields had an okay game. Definitely showed some promise in the beginning of the game, but could not keep up. That offense fizzled out. What a game. What a game. And then, you know, Aaron Rodgers with the whole thing, yelling at Bears fans, I own you, all that crazy stuff. That was something else. I laughed. I'm sure Bears fans did not. They were getting ready to check the remote at the screen, probably. Maybe some did. Maybe some TVs were broken today. It won't surprise me. But, yeah. What a game. What a game. What a game. What a game. Then you have the Cincinnati Bengals who traveled to Detroit to play the Detroit Lions. So, I didn't think this game was... I actually thought this game was going to be much closer. I think that the Lions are not a terrible team. They're a well-run team. Yeah, a well-run team. Haven't heard that one in a while from the Lions. But I think this coaching staff is very good. Even though Dan Campbell did shed some tears last week in the presser, it shows that he cares. It shows his passion, how much he loves his team. That's a great coach. That's a great coach, you know, that's going to care that much and show that much passion. But they've just been coming out flat. And the Cincinnati Bengals have been very good this year. They've been very good. You know, Joe Burrow comes out, throws 3 touchdown passes. Jamar Chase has a day. Joe Mixon has a decent day. Bengals have just been very, very good. Very good. So, good game for the Bengals, not so good for the Lions. Lions are going to have to get something figured out because it'd be nice to see them get a win. You know, they do have the Rams next week, so I don't think they're going to win next week. But, nonetheless, Lions are playing hard. Even though they're losing, they're playing hard. It's all that matters. Well, you know, in the NFL, it's a little different, but Bengals are playing harder. The Bengals wanted it more, so the Bengals took it. And then you have the Arizona Cardinals. Absolutely destroy the Browns. They destroy the Browns. You know, rough game. Rough game for the Browns and Browns fans. There's another game where fans were probably checking remotes at TVs and probably broke a few TVs, you know. But what a game. You know, it was really a fun game for Cardinals fans. They're jumping to enjoy. The Cardinals remain undefeated. I thought that this Browns team was going to be able to run on the Cardinals a bit, you know, but Baker Mayfield, man, you got to get something figured out. You're the leader of this team. You got to get something figured out because when that run game isn't going, my friend, you are struggling. When that run game isn't going, you struggled. You struggled. You got to get something going, buddy. Number 1 overall pick a few years ago. Got to stay consistent. Can't show up every other season, you know. I know you're very talented. You're a very good quarterback. I know you are. We've seen it. You've just got to put it all together. You've got to put a full season together, man. I love you. I love your character. I love your poise. I love your fire. You just got to pull it all together, you know. And this Cardinals team is very good, to say the least. Very good. Kyler Murray is playing lights out. DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green is playing very well. Rondale Moore has been good. James Conner has been decent. Defense has been very good. I don't think anyone expected the Cardinals to be this good. You know, I didn't. I'm going to own up to it right now. I did not think the Cardinals were going to be very good this year, honestly. But they have proved me wrong, man. They have really proved me wrong. So, really good game by the Cardinals. Cardinals are playing lights out. They're just playing very good football, you know. And they're playing like they want it. Next week they have the Texans. They should be 7-0. You know, they're just on fire. They're just on fire, man. I don't know who's gonna stop them. It's gonna be difficult for whoever plays them in the remaining of the season. And then you have the Cowboys and Patriots game, which was another really good game. You know, Patriots almost caught the Cowboys in that trap game. A lot of people thought it was a trap game, and I also thought the Patriots were going to win as well. I thought the Patriots were going to upset them. They could have. They would have. Should have. But they didn't. And the Cowboys came out on top. The Cowboys are a very, very good football team. The Patriots are a very, very average, mediocre football team. You know, and that's just what shows. They're 3-3. They've struggled to keep some consistency going. They almost lost to a Texans team last week. The Patriots got to get something going. They have to stay consistent. They have to get something figured out. Mac Jones, very accurate, very good quarterback, but as I said, this team has got to get some stuff figured out. But nonetheless, really good game by the Cowboys. You know, really good game by CeeDee Lamb. And then especially, of course, him putting the game away. Ultimately putting the game away. That was huge. That was huge. So, big win for the Cowboys to show that even though they didn't play their best football, they still won. They still won. When you don't play your best football, when you struggle, or you beat a team a way you don't usually beat a team, it shows you're a very good football team. And the Cowboys are a very, very good football team. Then you have the Las Vegas Raiders and the Broncos, which I thought was going to be a closer game. I honestly thought the Broncos were going to take this one. But the Broncos, another one of those teams where you go, they had a stronger start, but where have they gone? You know, kind of with the Panthers. It's just tough because we know how talented this Broncos team is. I don't think Vic Fangio. Wait, let me see who the head coach is real quick, just so I don't say the wrong guy. All right, so I was correct. I don't know why I didn't think it was Vic Fangio, but every once in a while we all do. But nonetheless, I don't know if he could be a head coach. You know, yeah, Teddy Bridgewater's cooling off, but they have so much talent, man. They have Cortland Sutton. They have Jerry Jeudy, Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon. The offensive line is decent. The tight ends are okay. Quarterback kind of stinks right now, though. Teddy Bridgewater has not played very good. He's not played like he has in the first few weeks. That has kind of been the story of Teddy's career. Well, these last 2 years, anyways. Starts off hot. You know, the Panthers think that he's going to be their guy, and down the stretch, not so much. As we know, Sam Darnold is there now. Now it's kind of the same thing is happening over here in Denver. So I guess we'll see what goes on with that. But this Denver team is not looking very good right now. And, you know, the Raiders, you know, especially with Jon Gruden, like, you know, resigning and all that crazy stuff going on, that was maybe going to be a tough game for them. Maybe they're going to be distracted. It's going to be in their heads. They did fine. They did fine. They didn't look phased. Derek Carr went out there and he played his game. He played his heart out. Henry Ruggs had a good game. Darren Waller did Darren Waller things. This Raiders team may be legit. You know, maybe not, you know, Super Bowl contenders legit, but maybe wild card team legit. You know, maybe they sneak in. I could see it. The way they're playing, if they continue playing like this all year, I could see the Raiders sneaking in. That Raiders front is nasty on defense. That Raiders offensive line is Josh Jacobs is really talented. Do they have Kenyon Drake? No. That is... Let me check. Yes, I was correct. Kenyon Drake is on the Raiders, but he's been a solid back for them. You know, this Raiders team has been very good, and they've been playing like they wanted it. Props to them. So, that is it. That is what I got for you guys for the recap of the 2021 of the 2021 NFL Week 6. The Week 6 football. You know, it was a really interesting weekend. A lot of things happened that were unexpected, which is football. It happens every week. Unexpected things happen at any given Sunday. So, let me know what you guys think about some of this. I will be talking about some of the injuries because there were a lot of injuries. You know, Baker Mayfield got injured. There were a lot of injuries. Dak Prescott got injured right at the end of the game. Big big week. A lot of people got injured. Paris Campbell got hurt for the Colts. I'm trying to think. I believe someone else got hurt. I just can't remember right now. But I will be coming out with a video of that. I will be doing some research, and giving you my guys' honest opinions on that. So let me know how your guys' team did this week. How did they do? Did they do well? Did they do terrible? Did they get their first win? Did they not? Do they just suck? Did they just suck this week, or did they play very well? Very well. Let me know what you guys think of Week 6 and Week 7. It's on the horizon. You know, we got to finish this game tonight between the Seahawks and the Steelers, which has been a fun game. Then you have the Bills and the Titans tomorrow night. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. That's going to be it for today's episode of, just recapping Week 6. And I will catch you guys next time.